Can the Bible and science support each other? What are some of the choices that we have to make? There's a choice between at least two concepts. Number one, science as a closed system of thought, methodological naturalism. Religious faith has nothing to contribute. Or number two, science as an open-ended search for truth. And in that second choice, religion and science can interact. This requires careful study and critical thought. The Scripture supplies a basic framework for the history of life and geological history. I suggest there is a method for a fruitful interaction between science and religion. It often starts out this way. Science brings out new data that may challenge our beliefs. We compare these new science theories with the Bible, and each can challenge us to more careful study of the other. Ultimately, I believe both will agree when we understand both. Religion and science do have different methods. In this diagram, we have a science domain and a religion domain. In science, we test hypotheses by observations and experiments. In religion, we test our religious ideas by studying the Bible, comparing Scripture with Scripture. We don't test our religious ideas by science, and we don't test science hypotheses directly by the Bible. But this interaction between them occurs in something I would call the interface. That's our thinking process, where we try to think how to relate these two to each other. And when conflicts arise between them, science can challenge us to study the Scripture more carefully. On the other hand, also, the Bible can challenge us to study our science more carefully, and it can even suggest new hypotheses that we might not have thought of otherwise. The interaction occurs here in the interface, in the thinking process. So just to summarize that a bit, science brings new data and maybe challenges our faith. When that happens, Bible study responds to the scientific challenge. It can suggest new ideas, may challenge science. Then in the interface, we compare the new science data and theories with the Bible. Each can challenge us to more careful study of the other. All of this only makes sense if we understand that God is a personal being who loves us and who knows all about Earth history. This interaction must not confuse what the Bible contributes and what science contributes. To use an example, study of a hypothetical rock formation, the Red Bluff Formation. The available scientific data imply 10 million years to deposit the formation. That's in the science domain. Then the biblical worldview, which is the religion domain, leads us to predict. This is part of the interface. Predict future geologic discoveries that will indicate a rapid, catastrophic origin for the formation, and this is potentially in the science domain. So we are relating scientific information to the Bible, and we're deciding how they fit together. Conclusions. Science does not properly eliminate the supernatural. A biblical worldview provides a basis for a non-naturalistic approach to science. And the interaction between faith and science can result in more careful study of both science and the Bible. I know from experience that this biblical approach works and yields quality science.